Hello my dear friends of the world. In this video we're going to talk about how to train your air, navigate your air through the trombone. And once you get a grasp on that and understand how to approach that, when you then apply your tongue, you're going to be in complete command of the instrument. So don't go anywhere. Okay, so what we do as brass players is we train our air by learning how to navigate through the different partials with very little and no tongue. And a name for this that you've probably heard is called lip slurs. So lip slurs are no more than just navigating your air through the different partials of the instrument. For those of you that may not be familiar what a partial is, these are partials. So that's one partial. Another partial. Another partial. So 7 positions, right? So if we were just to play them all in a musical way. And so on as you go up to the partials. So there's, I guess, technically an infinite amount of partials if you go up high enough. The only issue is once you get up certain high, it'll probably be inaudible to the ear. Maybe a dog could hear it or something like that. But I would say the main partials, you're looking at the pedal range. You got the low B flat partial, the F. You got the B flat, you got the D, you got the A flat, you got the B flat, you got the C, and then you got the high D. So you're looking at about a total of 9 partials. 9 mostly used partials on the trombone. And we want to learn how to navigate through these by using our air. What it's going to enable you to do is going to enable you to be fluid on the instrument and create that singing like quality that you want and give you the flexibility to go where you want to go on the instrument. So the way we trombone players and other brass players, we learn how to utilize this in the most efficient way possible is we create exercises called lip slurs. And I believe lip slurs and flexibility are kind of interchangeable. Flexibility exercises are kind of just variations on lip slur exercises. And we know a lot of different lip slur exercises that we can use to help navigate through the air. Now, this is the thing about these. You want to use very little, if possibly no tongue at all. So let's just do a very simple one. So you want to start out on something like this. We've all heard that one. And then you just go down by half step through all 7 positions. Now, when I do these, I have the metronome going. That's how I do them because I feel like you want to practice in time because when we perform music, it's always in time for the most part. So why don't we just get in the habit of practicing in time? Always have that metronome on. It's going to translate to your performance when the music really matters, and you're going to get so used to practicing in time. So you always have the metronome on, okay? So we have the metronome on. And that's one that you can do, a very simple way to get into the groove of the lip slur world. So the rule is for each set, you can only use the tongue on the first of each set. So for example, I may go something like this. I'll do da for that one. I know other people use different articulations. That's what I use. And what we're going to do is I'll show you another variation of a lip slur. There are an infinite number of lip slurs, folks. An infinite number. And you can make up your own. I've made up my own. I've put them together in my method book. And I'll go through some of those in a second. But these are ones that just pretty standard go to get you in the mode of the lip slur world. Here's another one. and all the way down to 7th. One thing I like to do when I do these lip slurs is I like to start sometimes in 7th and go the reverse way. Because we often start in 1st, go to 7th, but if you start in 7th and go the opposite way, it's more challenging going out to 7th into the 1st because the tubing gets longer, so your air has to go through more to work. So if you start on 7th and go to 1st, it makes you, I think, overall more comfortable because you're used to starting hard, going easier, as opposed to starting easier, going harder. So I like to mix them up. You can change it up. Go start from 1st, go to 7th. Start from 7th, go to 1st. Kind of change it up every so often, so it's not always the same path. Okay, so many infinite number of lip slurs. They're training the muscles here. They're training how you can navigate your air through the partials. An infinite number of ways to do these. Here's one from my method book that I like to use. So on, and there's a way to end it that I notated for you. Now, then they get a little more involved, okay? A little more involved as you start adding the partials. Then you can start adding them little by little. Once they start getting comfortable, you start adding the partials. And you may get to something like this one. And then you keep adding, you keep doing variations of them. There are so many different variations, different combinations of lip slurs. So, some people, I like this one. Now that hits on a lot of them because you're going up, then you even hit the pedal towards the end. But what this is really doing is it's training your air. It's training you how to use your air. So the more lip slurs you do, you're going to just get so comfortable. And if we're talking about applying it to a musical context, let's talk about applying it to a musical context now. So now that you're getting comfortable with these lip slurs and all the different variations, and you started slow, you made them a little more advanced by adding partials, adding different patterns, and going down through all 7 positions. Now you can start using it in a musical context. And when you're using them in a musical context, it basically just enables you to have the freedom to go places with little or possibly no tongue. So for example, I'm just going to improvise just using my air, very little or possibly no tongue, and check it out. That was 0 tongue. I actually used no tongue in that. I'm just making stuff up, going through things. And the reason this was comfortable for me is because I practiced the lip slurs and it taught me how to navigate through the different partials. Now, when you apply your tongue and you can mix and match to those, then you got the whole world at your fingertips and it gets crazy. So let's just improvise doing that now. Now I'm just going to do a little variation of some tonguing stuff and some navigating through the partials with just the air. And the reason that's comfortable is because of the lip slurs. And check it out. So the world is at your fingertips once you get this stuff together. So, folks, if you would like to take this to the next level, I wrote out all the lip slur exercises I do in my method book, Trombone Exercises That Will Make You a Great Player. It's paulthetrombonist.com/books, and you can also find it in the description. There'll be a link in the description. And there it is. I mean, it's along with other many chapters of all the important elements. 1, 2, 3. There's so many chapters. Yeah, I'm developing your sound, long tones, your major scale exercises that I use, your arpeggio exercises I use, chromatics, slide technique, alternate position, low range builder, high range builder, trills, drop vibrato, slide vibrato, turns, pedal tones, mouthpiece exercises, getting back to shape after, having some time off the horn. My thoughts about everything, it's all in there, paulthetrombonist.com/books. So if you'd like to take it to the next level, that's there for you as well, folks. I appreciate you all so much. For the new people, welcome to Paul the Trombonist channel. For the returning people, I appreciate you incredibly. I'd like to thank the patrons. I like to thank all of you. So if you haven't already, subscribe, hit a little like, leave a little comment. I like to hear from you. You are all, as I said before, I said this before. The most important, I think the most valuable currency in the world is time. And the fact that you share your time with me here means so much. I can't stress it enough. So thank you so much. This is Paul the Trombonist signing off. You're the best. Peace out!